All stations, please stand by for the 11 a.m. advisory on Hurricane Milton. This is NB9X. Here is the 11 a.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center in Miami on Hurricane Milton. The headlines: Milton is forecast to retain major hurricane status and expanded size while it approaches the west coast of Florida. Today is the last full day for Florida residents to get their facilities, families, and homes ready and evacuate if told to do so. At 11 a.m., Milton is at 22.7 north, 88.4 west, or about 130 miles northeast of Progreso, Mexico, and about 520 miles southwest of Tampa. Maximum sustained winds are at 150 miles per hour. Movement to the east-northeast at 9, and minimum central pressure remains at 929 millibars. Storm surge warning remains in effect on the Florida west coast from Flamingo northward to the Swanee River, including Charlotte Harbor and Tampa Bay, and along the east coast from Port Canaveral northward to the mouth of the St. Mary's River. So that is relatively new. Hurricane warnings remain in effect from Bonita Beach northward to the mouth of the Swanee River, including Tampa Bay, and Florida's east coast from the Indian River St. Lucie County line northward to Ponte Vedra Beach. We are expecting the track guidance to be released here momentarily, and we're clicking the refresh button here to see if we can get a refresh, and we now have it. And it appears the track for this storm is going to remain fairly constant. If anything, maybe just a couple of miles further to the south into Manatee County. So that is going to put a lot of energy, and the Hurricane Center is forecasting landfall winds somewhere around 1 a.m. Thursday morning at around 110 knots. That's 125 miles per hour. Because this now does appear that it will be slightly to the right of Tampa Bay, that may be good news as far as the storm surge is concerned, but still 10 to 15 foot storm surge is predicted along the Pinellas, Manatee, and Sarasota County coast, and also within Tampa Bay itself. Storm surge is going to be a major problem and will likely cause a number of headaches in the days following Milton's arrival, which now looks like it will be sometime around midnight or shortly thereafter tomorrow evening. Tropical storm force winds will likely be in the Tampa Bay area by around 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Certainly by this time, we expect to have tropical storm force winds at coastal areas in the Tampa Bay area and to the south of Tampa Bay, all the way down to Charlotte and Lee County. Storm surge warnings for counties to the south, particularly Charlotte and Lee, a little less drastic as they are in the Tampa Bay area, but still 5 to 10 feet of storm surge possible along the Charlotte and Lee County coast, as well as Sanibel Island and Captiva. To the north of Tampa Bay, the storm surge may not be quite as bad as it was with Hurricane Helene. However, north of Tampa Bay, because of the way this storm is structured, the folks in Pasco, Hernando, Citrus, Sumter, Levy can expect a lot more rainfall, 6 to 12 inches of rainfall as a matter of fact, and that's why a flood watch is in effect for that area. That could exacerbate areas that are already flooded and cause new flooding in low-lying areas. And a reminder that the Florida Highway Patrol has a policy of closing the major bridge crossings across Tampa Bay when the winds get to 45 miles per hour, which is tropical storm force strength. So if you are in Pinellas County, need to get to Hillsborough or Manatee County, today is really going to be your last day to do it, because by this time tomorrow, we're expecting tropical storm force winds, which will likely cause the closure of at least the Sunshine Skyway and possibly the other 3 crossings across Tampa Bay by that time. And on the way home, if you're on your way out of town, it's also very likely that with the storm surge, that is going to wash debris up on the Howard Franklin, the Courtney Campbell, the Gandy Bridge. So those crossings may have extended closure times because of debris. And as we saw from Hurricane Helene, there was debris that caused some blockages on the Sunshine Skyway as well. So nothing is given there. It may be a couple of days before you could get back into Pinellas County. No major changes with the track. We are expecting the arrival of tropical storm force winds by this time tomorrow, and the hurricane should be making landfall, if the current track guidance and predictions are correct, around 1 a.m. on Thursday morning, just to the south of Tampa Bay. The next intermediate advisory will be at 2 p.m. this afternoon. The next full advisory will be at 5 o'clock. NB9X 11